Hello everyone. Today is the class number 6 for electrical machine 2. So class 6 for electrical machine 2. Okay. So last day I have discussed that I have started that the MMF of the coil, right? So what is the MMF? Last day I have discussed. Okay. So today I have to show that how MMF will act at the rotor and stator part of a electrical AC machine. Okay, so let us start a drawing. Suppose assuming this is stator and this is the rotor part. Okay, so this is a rotor conductor cross, suppose, and adjacent dot will be here. Okay, so exactly dot equals to here. Okay, so what happened? So now, and consider that this is a north pole of stator and north south pole of stator. So this is the direction of stator axis. This is called stator axis. Okay, and we know when a current is entering to that, so cross means what? The current is entering. The cross means current is entering, right? The current is entering. So according to the left hand rule, if the current is entering, see, if the current is entering, then the movement of this will be here clockwise, right? Suppose this is the flux path. And similarly, if the current is leaving from here, then the flux will be at this direction. Okay, so here the fluxes, this is the flux. Okay, this is a linking in between stator to rotor part of this flux. Okay, so now if we consider the pole pitch, okay, so what is the pole pitch? See, okay, so the distance in between adjacent two poles or adjacent two adjacent coils is called your pole pitch. This is your pole pitch. Okay, so now through this pole, see, this point looks like here and this point looks like here. Okay, so in between these two points, from here to here, we have north pole, or if we move from here to here, it is the south pole. Okay, so your adjacent poles will be looks like, suppose we are taking it, the midpoint of this two is the south pole of the stator part. So this is the axis for south pole. Okay, and similarly this will be the axis exactly meeting midpoint of in between these two axis of north pole. Okay, so this is the pole pitch for stator, and this is the pole pitch for rotor pole pitch. Okay, so in between these two conductor there is a south pole, and in between these two conductor there will be the north pole. Okay, Similarly it looks like. So from when if we compute this dot over here, then what happen? If we compute dot over here, then it will the fluxes are moving in anti-clockwise direction. So now we are drawing a flux over here in anti-clockwise direction. How? Okay. Then similarly it will be increasing. So it is anti-clockwise. Okay, and it will be clockwise, right? Okay, so it will be clockwise. So this is in upward flux coming due to this cross conductor, and from here it will also okay. So here you can see that at the south pole two fluxes are in additive in nature, right? Two fluxes are in additive in nature. And for north pole, if we can see that this flux is coming in downward and this flux is coming in downward, so this part will actually from here. So if we consider this point dot coil will be here, then what happened? This downward flux added with this downward flux. So always remember, north pole, at the north pole the fluxes are additive in downward, and at south pole the fluxes are additive in upward. So what happened? How the EMF are generated? So these two fluxes are additive at this section at upward direction, and at this section in this downward direction. So there will be a tendency of rotation in between from here to here. That's why the stator fluxes will be from north to south. So the adjacent, the consequent MMF structure will looks like, see, if we consider that the additive over here, so from here, from this point to this point, and next this point to another point, then it will looks like from here to here it will be positive MMF will be generated. Actually this is a straight DC part, and actually it looks like at the midpoint of it will be maximum. Okay, at the midpoint of it will be maximum. It is sinusoidal in nature, and after leaving here it will be downward motion. So it looks like, okay, continue, it will looks like here also. So at the north pole part, that is the north pole, it will, so suppose it is the midpoint of the north pole, it is the midpoint of the north pole, so it will looks like the maximum at here, and similarly the maximum on north pole will be here. So at the south pole, the MMF, fundamental MMF, these are fundamental MMF, this is the fundamental MMF, okay, fundamental MMF, and it has some frequency part also there. So I am neglecting the frequency part. So fundamental of this MMF looks like it will maximum at north pole, negative maximum at north pole, and positive maximum at south pole, and again negative maximum at north pole. Okay, so this flux as looks like in AC, sinusoidal in nature, and having the magnitude, how much the magnitude over here? So this magnitude is half of N into IC, or I, you can say I is the current flowing through this conductor, rotor conductor. N equals to number of turn, N equals to number of turn in rotor part, and I equals to current through the rotor part, current through the rotor. Okay, so this half into Ni, and similarly the negative part minus half into Ni. Okay, so this is the distribution of MMF This is a distribution of EMF at this AC part winding machine. Okay. So here you can see that, write the fundamental component, write one statement after drawing this one, right? The fundamental MMF is found to be, you have to remember this formula, the fundamental MMF is found to be F alpha 1 equals to 4 by pi into Ni by 2 into cos alpha. Okay, so what is the alpha here? So here, right, this alpha is nothing but a parameter. Okay, this alpha is a variable parameter. So write alpha equals to electrical space angle measured from magnetic axis of the stator coil. So what is alpha? Alpha is the electrical space angle measured from the magnetic axis, of the stator coil. So that means this axis is considered to be your alpha. This axis is considered to be alpha. So whatever the angle of alpha, whatever the values of alpha, if we put, then we can get the MMF flux. Okay, exact value of MMF flux. It is a cross product. So as it is a cross product, so what will be the marking of this or axis value? So it will start at maximum. So it is a 0. It is a origin. Okay, it is a straight origin. So it will be 0 as it is cos part. So as we know, cos means it will be 0 at pi by 2 and will be negative high at pi. So it will be here, the value will be pi. It is pi by 2, it is 0. Okay, and similarly this is your minus pi by 2. Minus pi by 2 again it is 0, and minus pi it will be negative again. Okay, so this is the axis value. So alpha means these values. This value is nothing but the electrical space angle measured from magnetic axis of the stator coil, meaning the magnetic axis of the rotor coil. Okay, so this is the nature of the MMF. How the MMF is introduced inside the air gap. This is the air gap, right? This is the air gap. This is the air gap. So air gap means what? The air present or medium present in between this rotor part to stator part. Okay, so in between this rotor part to stator part, that is air gap, through the air gap the fluxes are emitting and fluxes are linking in between rotor to stator to rotor. Okay, so that's, and by introducing the linking in between these two, rotor and stator, we have get the flux looks like this one, and it will be maximum at south pole here and it will be minimum at north pole here. Okay, and what is the flux at this section? It will be 0. Why? Because remember, this is the stator axis and this is the rotor axis, right? This is the rotor axis. This is the rotor axis. Always remember, this is the rotor axis. So this is stator axis, this is rotor axis. Stator axis and rotor axis are in quadrature, always 90 degree. Rotor axis and this stator axis, always remember. The angle between rotor to stator axis is always 90 degree. Here we can take. So at the rotor axis, the generation of flux or the linking of flux always 0. It is a very much important concept. At the rotor axis, the flux linking or flux developed is 0, and at the quadrature of the rotor axis, that is at the axis of the stator part or the stator axis, it will be maximum, and it will be maximum whatever the result. Okay, it will be maximum. Okay, so actually this is the RMS value. Always remember, this half of Ni is the RMS value, okay, or average value, you can take it, and this is the instantaneous value. So instantaneous value of the generation of flux looks like a sine wave or cosine wave, and average value or RMS value looks like a steeper case or a gate part. Okay. So next, write peak value. So this is your peak value. Okay, so f alpha 1 equals to f1p into cos alpha. Always remember, this is your ampere turn. What is the unit of flux? It is ampere turn. Okay, this force will be your ampere turn. Okay, so okay, so now we are taking this one for your one pair of coil. Okay, now introducing this flux distribution for 3 pairs of coil, that is for 3-phase system. It is a single phase system we are considering, and for 3 conductors or 3 coils, for 3 coils it will looks like, suppose we have to erase this one first. Again we are considering 3 conductors. Okay, we are considering 3 conductors. So this is your north south, the stator axis. Okay, so flux linking in between, it will looks like okay. And flux linking in between. Okay. Sorry, actually we are writing the opposite direction. Okay, so here you can see that okay, so here we are taking it as a dot dot dot, and they are cross cross cross, 3 conductors we are taking here. Okay, so similarly from the above previous concept you can see that what is the pole pitch over here. So this is a pole pitch. Okay, this is a first pair pole pitch, the second pair pole pitch is looks like here, and third pair pole pitch is looks like here. Okay, so this is your pole pitch. Okay, so here if we consider first case, if we consider the first case and take it, then what happen? For the first case it will be maximum at here and up to how much? Up to next adjacent pole pitch. Okay, and again it is 0, and remaining it will be 0 means negative. Okay, minus half of n into I, and this is plus half of n into I. Okay, so this is your first pair pole. Okay, second pole pair, how much it will look like? So it will start from here, it will be continue up to this much, and negative of, and similarly negative. Okay, and third pole pair will be how much? Third pole pair will be, it will be start from here, continue up to this much. So here you can see that it will be negative at full time. Okay, you can see that within this range, within this first range, okay, within this first range, what will be the ultimate? Okay, I am drawing the ultimate
resultant of these three fluxes. Okay, so see here, within this part, within this angle, you can see it is negative, it is negative, it is negative. So your result will looks like by matching the axis. Okay, but matching the axis, we are drawing the result over here. Okay, so within this range, how much, and next range how much, next range how much, and it will continue up to how much, it will the next adjacent, okay, part, and this is this segment how much, and this segment how much, okay, and the rest one. Okay, see here you can see that it will be minus half of Ni, again minus of half of Ni, again minus of half of Ni. So 3 minus of half of Ni are there. So minus of half of Ni, minus of Ni, minus. So 3 times of minus half of Ni. So within this range, whatever the angle, within this range it will be minus 3 by 2 Ni. Okay. Second, within this next range, what happened? It will be positive and they are all negative. Okay. So it will be plus half of Ni, minus of half of Ni, cancel out themselves, and again minus of half of Ni. So it will rise by this much. Okay, it is rise by minus of half of Ni, rise by this part. Okay, so again now if we consider this one, so it is positive half of Ni, positive half of Ni. Okay, again positive half of Ni, and it is negative half of Ni, right? So within this section, so negative half of Ni, positive half of Ni cancel out, only positive half of Ni. So positive half of Ni, taking it positive plus of half of Ni. So this is plus 2 and this is plus 3 by 2 half of Ni. Okay, scaling, we are taking a scale. So positive half of Ni, how much? So within this range it will be this one. Okay, so here within this range it will be minus 3 by 2 half of Ni. Within this range it will be minus half of Ni, and within this range it will be plus half of Ni. Okay, and then after reaching this point it will all are positive. Okay, all are positive means how much? It will goes up to 3 by 2. It will goes up to 3 by 2 half of Ni, and it is goes up to 3 by 2 half of Ni. Okay, and next within this range how much? It will be negative half of Ni. It will be positive, again it will be positive. So it will be cancel out one values, it will drops down up to this much. Okay, up to this much means up to plus of half of Ni. Okay, plus of half of Ni. This is plus of half of Ni. This is 3 by 2 of half of Ni positive, and this is minus of half of Ni. This is minus 3 by 2 half of Ni. Okay, again it will drop down up to minus 3 by 2. You can see that it will be 3 values are all negative. Okay, not all negative actually, it will be there will be a step minus of half of Ni, and then it will drop down by minus 3 by 2 half of Ni. Okay, minus 3 by 2 Ni. Okay, so this is a steeper type. So fluxes are looks like this one, steeper type. So as the number of conductors are increasing, in the slot of a rotor part, and it will be steeper one. Okay, and if we consider fourth one, then again one step will be added here, and if we consider the fifth, if we consider the 5 pair of conductors, then one step will be again added, or 2 or more 3 steps will be added. So simultaneously if we can increase the number of conductor in the rotor section, then you can easily get the number of steps will be higher. As the number of steps will be higher, it will approach looks like a sinusoidal wave. It will approach looks like a sinusoidal wave. Okay, it will approach looks like a sinusoidal wave as the number of steps will be increased. And if we consider a more 5 or 6 or n number of pairs of there, suppose 720 number of conductors, so it will looks like suppose we are taking it as an average. Okay, see if we consider 720, huge number of n number of conductors are there, then it will looks like this steeper type. Okay, that is approximating as a sine wave. So fluxes will approximating as a sine wave as the number of rotor conductors are increasing. Okay, so this is the concept of how the flux will be generated and how the flux will be distributed and transmitting from the stator to rotor part. Okay, and in between stator to rotor. Okay, so first module and first chapter up to this much. This is the within this first chapter you have learned that the basic idea and of the winding of the AC machine, as well as the flux MMF concept of the electrical machine. Okay, so please go through all the video series and you can check the step by step syllabus. Okay, so thank you. Today's class is up to this much.